this is Hayley Sales, and you're at popularity.com.
How do you feel that you've changed musically and personally throughout the process for the album?
So much. Like, I guess we recorded the first album when I was 19, and then this last one when I was 22, and I just feel like I've gotten my head beaten down a couple times, like, and it's a good thing. It's you know, you've been humbled. The music industry is very humbling, and it's made me more willing to be exposed in my music and more like let myself actually be seen through my songs, and to have more fun with the music as well. Not try and be like, oh, I want it to be like this, so it's a hit, or like this. You just really have to, like, this is me, and I'm gonna put it out there, and hopefully people like it. So I think I've changed a lot in the fact that I'm having more fun with my music, and just, you know, if I want to do a jazz song, doing a jazz song. If I want to do an 80s song, doing one of those, and also just accepting what I am and what I can do, and, you know, hoping people like that, but not trying to hide it.
What would you say you found most challenging this time around about the process?
I definitely say, like, trying to, because I'm naturally just, I guess, a singer-songwriter, trying to get the songs to a place where they are produced, you know, and they have more than just guitar, because, you know, I'm a surfer. I'd probably be happy with, like, djembe and, like, guitar and, you know, maybe a harmonica, but getting it to the place where it could also be marketable, but still true to myself. So my dad actually produced the album, which was really fun. So it was working with him to, like, incorporate cool new instruments to make it fuller and more diverse, I guess, more interesting.
Obviously, working with your dad is a major highlight for you, but what about other highlights?
I'd say the other people that were involved, you know, the musicians that I had to work with, and the creativity of the whole process, really. Like, I was just saying, like, at one point on the song Not in His Garden, we had 20 plus people in this small little vocal booth singing, and just, like, things like that were really different, and they were fun. Like, and at one point I wanted a chain gang sound on a song, and I went out onto the gravel path and dropped a massive chain and recorded it and used it as a sound effect. Just little things like that that are different, and also obviously, like, Donovan Frankenreiter and G Love, like, making guest appearances and them being willing to do it for just because they knew me and were friends. Like, I really appreciate when musicians help other musicians out.
What does music mean to you?
I'd say music is the closest thing to communication without, you know, without really even communicating. Like, I know that sounds funny, but I think that music is the language of the soul in a way. Like, you really, if you listen to a song, even if you don't understand the lyrics, you get a feeling. Like, it feels some way. It can help you through a certain time in your life, or make you want to party, or, like, I think it's a way for humans to really connect.
Can you recall the first song that you ever created that made you go, wow?
The first song I ever created? Well, it's hard to go wow at your own songs, but I wrote a song when I was 12 on the piano. I was really into jazz, so I wrote a jazz song on piano, and I wrote it I was in Romeo and Juliet at a college, and I'd lied about my age because I looked older. So I was only 12, but I told him I was like 16. So I fell in love with the Romeo, who's, like, in college, and I wrote him a love song on piano, and I was like, whoa, that song actually, like, makes me feel what I'm feeling. Like, it was totally honest. And I think I realized that, and I was like, I love doing this, because then songwriting became about how to make a song as real to your experience, or to, like, an experience you're seeing as possible, so that other people feel it too.
Is there anything you noticed from the process this time that you'd want to change next time?
I think next time I would really like to have more people around all the time, because at least for me, that's inspiring. And, like, this time I spent a lot of hours by myself in the studio recording my own vocal tracks or my guitar tracks and mixing them and EQing them and whatnot. And it's really good. It's really fun, but I definitely would like it to be more social next time, and to have, you know, to have more input all the time, so that it's not like me overanalyzing my voice in a pair of headphones.
Were there any songs that took a completely different direction than you initially thought that they would?
Yeah, actually, I think the biggest ones that changed were One Day at a Time, the reggae song on the album, because I initially just had almost a ukulele part to it, and I pretty much gave it to my dad and was like, I have no idea how to produce this. Have fun. And so, I knew I wanted horns, so we got horns, and then, we just played around with it, and I discovered some cool harmonies, and then it wound up being completely different than it was originally, but I loved that. Like, I wound up really liking that.